with you guys. Hi. In case you're wondering about all the tinfoil on the counter, it's because the cats have taken a liking to getting on the counter. So put some sheets of tinfoil there. It discourages them, you see. For the most part, anyway. Okay, so look out. We got some chicken. And some penne rigate pasta. Right over here. And just two jars of Alfredo Classico. And of course we'll add some peas and carrots into the mix. Not the full bag this time, maybe about half of it. We're going to use the other half to make some chicken fried rice. Don't think we're going to do that today, but we'll do it sometime in the near future. And then to add to the rice when we do it, we've got sweet and sour sauce. So I don't know, we'll see. Maybe we'll do both. And we also have a can of sliced mushrooms to add into the mix. So the mushrooms, peas, carrots, chicken, and we have cats at my feet here. Okay, here we go. So, excuse me. So first things first, we're just going to chop up our chicken. We have cats on the floor. Another cat over there. They're wondering what's going on. Just kind of angle so you guys can see. Try to make sure you can always kind of see the action wherever it is. Excuse me. Get through here. Oh. We got to do something else first. We got to put the we got the dishes in the dishwasher. We got to get those out here. Cats are watching. What's Grandpa doing? What you doing, Grandpa? Can I help? Do you need help? It looks like something I can help with, right? Wow. Are you concerned? No need to be concerned, Church. It's okay. Let's get down from there. Lots of sharp stuff in there. Huh? What's up? Hmm? Try to grab all the stuff that goes into each section as we go here. You two are just far too curious about what I'm doing. You can look, but you can't touch. Oh, down you go. Something else I need donos for is we need some more dishwasher detergent. I've only got one pod left, and then that's it. That's all she wrote. Excuse me. Pardon me. Coming through. Cat's knocked one of my glasses into our cast iron sink this morning. That was kind of a rude awakening. So I gotta take care not to leave glasses on the sink or on the counter now, basically, because they're just too damn curious. They've taken to jumping up on the counter. Hopefully they won't do too much of that while we're cooking here. We'll need two bowls. We got one in the thing, but then we got one that was used earlier. Let's see how our angle is. Give me a sec. Alright, take care, Opal. Get your nose out of there. Whoa. Okay. Just going to cut up our chicken. Try not to be so underfoot, kitties. Don't even think about it. Yeah, you're not coming up here. Eclipse is slowly inching her way towards the counter, and I'm like, no, that's not happening. Church, get down. Down. You guys go hang out with Mommy. You gotta bug me when I'm making food. Get off the counter. Oh my God. Off the counter. So basically we're just cubing these. Their curiosity seems to be satisfied. They're going back to Mommy now. They have determined that whatever I'm doing, it's not for them. They are correct. What are you doing in there? In the pantry. No, 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 no. Leave that. Empty plastic water jug. Come on, out of there. Stop it. Oh my goodness. Empty water jug. Okay, enough. Down you go. We've started to learn about the fun of knocking things off flat surfaces. We are at that stage now. Don't come up here. It's going to be the chasing the cats away stream. No. Down you go. Come on. Thank you. Occasionally see a little cat nose get poked into frame. with the chicken being kind of a flat price, I always take a quick peruse to see which one has the most weight, right? Because you want to get, I mean, if you're paying the same price for all the packages of chicken, obviously you want the one with the most in it, right? So, I mean, they're usually pretty close. It's a difference of a, you know, a few grams, but still, every little bit counts. And now it's crazy time. Let's run around like crazy cats, and crash through everything, chase each other. That's a fun game. Just gonna double check, make sure everything's running okay on the stream. Well, yes, Michael, you normally never complain about them because they're usually subscribed, so you never see them. I would think. That's an incentive to subscribe, by the way, guys. First off, it is September, so you get a discount. So it's a little cheaper than it usually is. And you get an ad-free experience if you subscribe. Wouldn't that be nice? You don't have to use an ad blocker, because when you use an ad blocker, you're not supporting the stream. You're only supporting your own convenience. Because my ad revenue, low though it may be, is a vital part of my income. So if you want to have an ad-free experience and support the stream, please consider subscribing. If you'd like to contribute in a more direct way, you can always just direct donate. That is also appreciated because that means I can take care of bills this month. Subscriptions and such and bits and whatnot I don't see until next month. And that same goes for YouTube with the super thanks, which I definitely appreciate. But again, that doesn't help me until the next month. So if you want to support what I do directly, please consider donating. Rosie is being driven mad by the cats. Okay, that is all of that. I almost wonder if we just want to chop up the other one as well. Why don't we chop up the other one too? It's all done. They're all chopped up and ready to go. So how much was this? This was 860 grams. And the other one, yeah, the other one was 751. So this was actually a little bit more, almost like 100 grams more for the same price. Yeah? Well, come on. So that's why it definitely pays to double check the weight of the one you're grabbing. Make sure you're getting the best deal, you know? I mean, when it's all the same price, right? You might as well get the best one, right? So then what we'll do is we'll set half of it aside. So when we do the rice, and then we'll use the other half for the Alfredo today. Weather's been cooling down quite nicely. Those of you watching this on YouTube months later, this is being recorded in the middle of September, the night of September 17th. The date should be in the title of the video. I always put the date, the original recording date, in the video title. Just for my own reference and for anyone who's curious. Especially if I'm mentioning things that are seasonal, like Halloween's right around the corner, and it's like the middle of March or something when you're seeing it. I don't know. The only sort of schedule for these, as far as you know, when they're posted and such, is I post them in the order that I do them, and that's basically it. So wherever that may lie is what it is, you know. Yeah, these ones are thicker, so probably cut them a little differently. So with the thicker ones, I usually just kind of cut them in half, because the one end is thinner, right? So, this will be nice. I mean, all the chicken's ready to go, and we can just kind of throw it in to whatever we're making. So basically, the plan is just to make a, you know, about a half-size batch of chicken Alfredo, what I normally make, and then the other half will be, the other half of the chicken will be used for chicken fried rice, which we might make today. I don't know. You would already know, because it would say in the title if we did both. So, I don't know. You're in the future. You already know what happens. Right, see, so we cut that in half. And a few little strips. Trying to cut them too small, but also not too big. You want to kind of try to get a chunk in every spoonful or forkful. I tend to eat these with a spoon because I like to get, you know, a lot of sauce into each mouthful. It's quite good. Same goes for meaty pasta. The only time I really use a fork with pasta is if it's long pasta, like spaghetti or something. And I can twirl it on a spoon. That's always nice. But then again, I end up putting it all on the spoon to make sure I get lots of the sauce on. Because of course with spaghetti, the sauce doesn't really kind of stick to it as much. So if it's a hearty, meaty, chunky sauce like what I usually like to make, you want to make sure you get lots of sauce on there. And a spoon just makes that easier. Yes, okay, so we got just a couple more here to do. This is sort of the tender part of it here. I always cut that out and then make separate chunks. So then you got to get a little surprise where it's like, you know, every couple of bites is extra tender. It's quite nice. Also just kind of cuts up easier that way. And most of the time it's already, as you can see, kind of like flopped over anyway, so that's that. I'm not like a big stickler about making them all perfectly even. Well, I don't know, maybe something we can do after this is go through our highlights, just kind of get those all up to date. We've got a bunch of streams of Fortnite stuff that we haven't done yet. Of course, those of you watching this months from now, those clips will have long since been done and posted, I'm sure. Well, hope you enjoyed them. Anyway. It's one reason I try not to be super topical in my videos, because you never really know when I'm going to end up posting them. Sometimes they're literally months in advance, sometimes years in advance. Just kind of the way I do things. I like to do stuff in batches, you know, big batch. So it's like 30 new episodes of Cooking with Z coming your way. You know, and you can get all excited knowing that for the next 30 weeks you'll have new episodes of Cooking with Z to enjoy. And I do pretty much all my shows that way. Multimedia Chronicles, I usually do a big batch before I post any of them. Cooking with Z, I do a big batch. Fortnite, you know, I definitely do a big batch. Especially if it was a really good series of rounds that day, I might end up with a dozen or more clips from that one session, you know, so. This was a good idea, doing this, because this part is really the only sort of pain in the ass part, is cutting up the chicken. And then the rest is pretty straightforward. So we get everything going at the same time here. The chicken generally doesn't take too long. I cook it at kind of medium-low heat, just to, if you go too high, it'll kind of affect the tenderness. Any kind of meat, the slower you cook it, the more tender it is. And there we go. Yeah, just a mountain of chicken in there. Oh yeah. Excellent. Okay. wash your cutting board right away, especially when doing chicken or pork. Because, unless you want salmonella. Salmonella. Hi, my name is Sal. Salmonella. Yes, I'm easily amused. What can I say? Put that where for a moment. And we're going to give this a wipe here. So you can use it later. I'll put this one in too. Nice hot water. Kill all that bacteria. And soap, of course. My Michael Myers knife here. Okay. Just going to move the other pan off the stove here, just kind of get it out of the way. I mean, I guess I could just put, yeah, I'll just put it in the cupboard, that's fine. Then it's very out of the way. Yeah. There. Need our colander for later. Alright. Always do cold. I mean, it tastes a little better than the hot water that's been sitting in the tank all day, you know. But also, I heard in my travels that cold water actually boils faster. I don't know why. Some sciencey thing. So I've always just kind of stuck with that for those two reasons. Boils faster, allegedly, and just kind of tastes better. Alright, so now, let's move you guys over here. See how your view is. Should be good. Alright, put that on to boil. Put the chicken on. I don't really season the chicken in a case like this because all of the seasoning will be in the sauce. So the chicken is really just there to add protein to the mix. And that is that. A little more light on the subject. There we go. Remember how for the longest time this was our only light in the entire kitchen? Yes. Thankfully my kitchen lights have finally been replaced. Only took like 2 years. Feels like 2 years anyway. Answer your question there, Duncan. I sometimes buy frozen, and yes, it is cheaper. I find it is of a lower quality, however, than the fresh. The only way we really get frozen here is in sort of the like the supermarket brand box of frozen boneless skinless chicken breasts. Normally they're about $40 for I think 3 kilograms of them. Um, so, but I usually get those if they're on sale. I'll get them. Sometimes they'll be on sale for about half price, so I'll grab a box of them then. And they're fine. Like they get the job done. But I find that the fresh stuff just tastes so much better. It's got like more substance to it, more flavor to it, more texture to it, versus the frozen stuff. I find the frozen stuff is kind of I don't know. It just feels like it doesn't have as much substance to it, you know, and not as much flavor. They do kind of lightly season them to make up for that, I guess. But you know, I'll get them if you know if they're on sale. But generally speaking, I get the fresh because I only buy what I'm going to use anyway. So like in this case, I wanted to make an Alfredo, so I got a package of chicken. I wanted to make a batch of rice, so I got a package of chicken for that. You know, and that's it. And I use it well before the expiry date, so you know, never any worries there. But yeah, I mean the frozen stuff is definitely cheaper, and probably for the reasons that you just said. That you know, there's not as much time pressure to sell it, I guess. But I don't know if there was that much time pressure. You think that would make it cheaper? I don't know. Anyway, but I guess no. What you said, like there's less waste. There's less waste. So they're really, it's not the time pressure so much. They're making up for the waste of what doesn't sell. But yeah, I mean, I get these packages, $13 for a little under a kilogram. So if you were to get, say, 3 of those packages to equate roughly the same amount you would get in the frozen package, I guess it would be 4. You get 4 of those packages, you'd be looking at like 26, like $52 to get the same amount of chicken, which would normally be about $40 in the frozen packages. Even less if the frozen is on sale. Usually the frozen will go on sale for about $20, $23 for one of those 3 kilogram boxes. So yeah, you're absolutely right. It is definitely cheaper. But for me, the trade-off is the quality. Chicken is one of the few things I just kind of pay regular price on, just for the difference in quality. But I will grab a box of the frozen ones if they're on sale, simply because, well, I mean, you can't beat that value. I mean, chicken's chicken, right? But yeah, by the same token, it's like how I always recommend those big pork loins rather than getting individually cut pork chops or roasts. Just get a pork loin, like a pork loin like that. It's about $20, $30 on sale. It's about 4 kilograms, I think, of pork, and you know, I can usually get about 16 pork chops and 2 roasts out of one of those. You know, it's definitely definitely the way to go. So anyway, there you go. Just putting some dishes away here, some pots and pans. So no longer having a microwave, we basically, when we want to reheat things, we do it on the stove top. So I'll just put it in a covered pot, and you know, 1 meal portion, and then do that. How are we coming along here? Any heat yet? Oh yeah, I'm getting a little bit. Just starting. So, of course, chicken, when you first cut it up, it all sticks together and stuff, but that'll break apart as it cooks. It's good stuff. I usually put a little olive oil in here, even though they say olive oil doesn't really help with the non-stickness. That's okay, I don't mind. I actually Actually, you know what I think does kind of help is a little bit of salt. So let's put a little salt in there, just some Atlantic sea salt. Don't need a lot. A little goes a long way with that stuff. It's pretty strong. What are you doing up there? Hey, down. Down. Come on. Down. Don't go up there. Getting up on the back of my chair into the DVDs. Certainly don't want that. Now, do we? No, we do not, ladies and gentlemen. No, we do not. Ah, there we go. It's starting to get steamy. That means there's some heat in there. Getting the heat. I always like to leave it covered too to kind of seal in the moisture. Always good. Oh, really? Okay, so about 13 pounds. Yeah. So that's actually gone up a little bit. It used to be, I think 11, or not. Well, not for the 3 kilograms. For the the single pack, like the $13 pack I got, used to be 11, 10 or 11, and then they went up recently. But yeah, those 3 kilogram boxes typically you're looking about $23. I think now that I think about it, $23, $24. But they're normally like 40. So I never buy them at full price. Even though technically speaking, if we're talking comparing the frozen versus fresh prices, even $40 is, considerably less per kilogram than you're paying for the fresh stuff. But yeah, that's okay. I don't mind. I don't buy like a ton of chicken. If I'm gonna be doing a lot of stuff, like a huge batch of Alfredo, I might go with the frozen just because it's cheaper. But sometimes if I'm feeling really lazy, I'll get like the pre-cooked strips, like frozen strips of chicken, and then you just kind of break them up and put them into your sauce, and that's that. There we go. Going along nicely. With most meats, I find I don't really use oil or anything because I find the natural juices of the meat are sufficient. Yeah, see, we're already getting there. Good. Doesn't take too long, even at medium-low heat. I have mine set on 4 right now. 10 being the maximum. Or no, I guess 9 is the maximum on this. That's weird. Why wouldn't they make it 10? Or 11? But this goes to 11. So it's like 1 louder. Okay. it goes to 11. I found out, Rose and I were in the dollar store recently, and I found out they actually carry, you know how I like the Clubhouse seasoning? This is one of their powdered ones for kind of a rub for chicken. Really good. So good. That's what you use to make like a fried chicken or something, or like a roast chicken in the oven. But you know how I like those marinades for the steaks? There's the steakhouse one, and then there's the Montreal steak spice one. Those are really good. I found out they carry some of those at my local dollar store, so I might stock up on those should funds permit. So instead of being like $3 or $4 at the grocery store, I can get exactly the same thing at the dollar store for like $1.25, $1.50. So quite a difference. this bowl here. I want to make sure I keep the bowls tidy because we got milk and we got a lot of cereal in the house right now, so we'll be using the bowls a lot. Just put them in the drip tray. And then I can put the colander in the sink for when the pasta's ready. The pasta. Okay, that's already starting to boil. That's good. Just trying to keep as much stuff as possible off the counter because the cats been taking a liking to getting up on the counter when I'm not around to monitor. So, yeah. Kind of want to avoid that if we can. I'll be right back. Blade tells me that the Xbox version of the Fortnite update is out. At the time of this recording, we're just waiting for Chapter 3, Season 4 to drop. Just played some rounds earlier. Like the update is indeed available. Just gonna run that whilst we cook. Oh, there you go. See, you're getting starting to see some bubbling in there. This should be. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna use one of my favorite mixing sticks. Oh, that's so much better. There we go. So we just kind of break it all up. So you can see it's just, once it starts to cook, it just breaks right up nicely. This is going to be good. And also this, so basically half of this will be for the Alfredo sauce. And this is about the same amount of chicken I would use for a full batch of Alfredo, like half of this would be. So, this is going to be a very chickeny Alfredo. And I'm okay with that. Alright, looks like our water's ready to go. Let's put in our pasta. Our pasta. Always paranoid about tearing these open like a bag of chips, especially when they stick a bit. So we're going to just cut them. We're doing the whole thing anyway. There we go. Good stuff. Get out nice mixing spoon. Nice and loose. Alright. I forgot to put the lid back on. We'll just give this another quick stir. See, look at that. Already cooking up. Doesn't take very long usually. it's funny, just looking at my Fortnite clips. Speaking of scheduling things and doing batches in advance, so I mentioned season 4 is about to drop, right? And I was just looking at where my clips are. I think my clips are still currently in the middle of season 2. So we haven't even got to the season 3 clips yet, and season 4 is about to drop. By the way, Blade, if you're wondering how big the update is for the PlayStation, I'm on PS4. 12.6 gigs. So, don't know why the big discrepancy in size, but yeah. There we go. This is looking almost done, actually. Give us a little bit more time, I think. Should be good. Nice thing about having it covered, though, is you don't just cook what's on the bottom. It kind of seals the heat in and cooks all through, right? So, it's quite nice. That's it, really. I mean, the only sort of part that takes any time is chopping up the chicken. Everything else is just waiting for the noodles to boil, waiting for the chicken to cook, and then once the chicken's cooked, you know, in this case I'll be portioning off half of it for later, but once the chicken's cooked, you just dump in your sauce and your veggies and mix it all around until it's nice and warmed up, you know? You know? Well, this should give us a few leftovers anyway. The idea is to have a few extra meals in the queue, so you don't have to be cooking a big feast every day. So, Blade? Yeah, the ray tracing. I wonder that's one of the reasons they're doing it, is to really show off the ray tracing. Yeah. See, I can do that on my PC. If we could get, I mean, if we had more donos coming in and actually were hitting those goals every month, I probably could have got the other PC back up and running by now, and we could be playing it on PC with full ray tracing. So, I mean, that's that. Because I can do that on mine, on my system. Funny enough, GeForce Now, when I had the GeForce Now subscription, while it does support ray tracing, did not support it with Fortnite. I don't know why. A lot of people were kind of saying, hey, what's up? What's up, GeForce? What's going on? I have no idea why that is. I mean, but it just wasn't an option. Honestly, there weren't a ton of games they had in there that they support that supported ray tracing. Of the ones that I have, I think there was 6. You know, and so yeah, I don't know. It's like, I wonder if the new version of The Last of Us that's coming out will support that. On the plus side, though, one of the games that did support it for GeForce Now was Cyberpunk. And I'm sure you'll all agree that game looked freaking gorgeous with all the graphical options cranked up. Holy moly, that was a good looking game. I really want to get back to that. I still haven't finished the main story. I've got just like one mission left. for the main story, but I was trying to finish all the side missions first. I've still got a bunch of those to do. Okay. So you can do ray tracing, but it complains. Fair enough. I mean, to be fair, it's a pretty processor intensive operation. It still amazes me that they're even able to do it in real time, you know? It's crazy. I'm just going to check this pasta here. Just get one. Ow! Al dente? I'd like it to be done a little bit more. And I think the chicken's pretty much done. Okay, so I'm just going to drain off the water. Put half of that aside. Hi. What are you doing? Maybe a little more than half, just because I want to make a bigger batch of rice. You see? There we go. Look at that. Very nice. Okay. See how our noodles are doing here. I think we might be done. Just going to try one again. Oh yeah, that's perfect. One stray noodle. You're right under my feet, cat. Slippery. Alright, so over here. I just need to get into the fridge for a sec. So we're going to need just a dribble of milk. Excuse me. Excuse me. Here. And of course what we use the milk for is we just put a little bit in the jar, maybe a little more. You want to get all that sauce that's in the jar, right? rather than spending 20 minutes scraping out the insides. Put a little milk in there. And there you go. And take that, pour it in there. See, there's a whole bunch of sauce on the lid there, right? A whole bunch in the jar. Make sure it's tight. Look at that. Like magic. Pour that in. And because it's milk, it kind of retains the creaminess of the Alfredo. And there you go. And you just rinse out your jar and put it in the recycle or use it for your strawberry preserve for the winter, whatever you like. Classico uses the Atlas jars. They're quite high quality. See, Atlas, okay. Just like Grandma used to use, right? Yeah, I don't really keep them. I know some people do, but I don't have any reason. Excuse me, I don't have any reason to. All right, so next up, just going to put our mushrooms in there. And I might just use the one. I have 2 cans. Might use both. Might just use the one. I haven't decided yet. Made a meaty pasta recently. Just going to drain the water off. Be right back. Made a meaty pasta. So I got 2 cans of sauce. I was going to use one for the meaty pasta and one for the Alfredo. And I forgot to put the mushrooms in the meaty pasta. So, oh well. That's alright. It's still good. Now, ideally, if you want to be really industrious, you would get fresh mushrooms and then saute them, and then, you know, you'd be all good to go. But if you're lazy, canned will do the trick. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, that doesn't seem like a lot of mushrooms. Also really doesn't seem like a lot of chicken. Maybe we'll put a little bit more chicken in there. There. That's a little better. Hey, psst. Off the counter. Off. Down. Sneaky sneak. You think I wouldn't notice? Yeah, I think I put a little bit too much milk in there. That's okay. It'll be nice and creamy. Yeah, I'm gonna put the other can in there. Why not? There we go. Okay. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Probably use some pepper in there. I like a lot of pepper in my sauces. Just gives it a little extra zing, you know. Reminds me, I need to get more peppercorns. Nice thing is, one big container of peppercorns lasts a fairly decent length of time, but which I guess is why peppercorns are kind of pricey. But I don't know. I found actually the dollar store is a good alternative if you're on a budget. You can get quite an assortment of spices there. They're not like the big containers like this or anything, but you know, they'll get you by. At least you can get your basic assortment of spices. And as I say, sometimes they'll have like you know, a marinade or something, like name brand marinade. Good stuff. So, all right. Well, it's not looking very colorful right now, so let's add a little color. So, oh shit, the bag's breaking. Well, we'll just put them out like that. There we go. Fucking bag. Dumped peas all over my feet. Oh, damn it. One went between the handles of the floor. I'll leave that there. Stupid cheap ass bag. Alright, that's fine. We got what we needed. There we go, a little more color, right? Let's turn this up a bit. Some people like to use the full mixed vegetable variety with peas, carrots, corn, maybe green beans, whatever you want in your sauce. It's really just to give it a little extra color, a little extra nutrition. So we got a lot of our food groups represented in this sauce. We got our veggies with the peas and carrots. We got our fungus with the mushrooms. We got our protein with the meat, and then we got our dairy with the sauce, which is nice creamy sauce. You know, just gonna have a piece of chicken. See? Perfect. Nice and tender. That's good. Give the floor a little wipe here because the frosty shavings or whatever. Oh yeah, I gotta put the milk away. Hold on a sec. And I guess for this these peas and carrots, I'll put them in a container for the freezer. So annoying. You just see it now. Months from now, someone will see this on YouTube. It's like, haha, that was so funny when that thing happened. Like, what thing? What are you talking about? I made this video like a year ago. Be more specific. Or people will respond to some like offhand remark I make in a video, like a little spur of the moment joke. And it's like, yeah, I agree. I'm like, good. Don't know what you're talking about. Just bear in mind that we don't all memorize every second of our videos. And sometimes don't remember what we said a year ago, or 5 years ago, or 10 years ago. By the way, this is the stuff I was talking about. Obviously, this one's been used, but so yeah, I found this stuff, not this one specifically, but the other variety of steak spice they have at the dollar store. So that's pretty sweet. So if you're looking to save money, that's a way to go. And I found out that same company makes a teriyaki marinade. You know, I do love some teriyaki. Hey, off the counter. It's literally today. Until today, they were never going up on the counter. I don't know why suddenly today they decided that that's the place to be. I just don't get it. See, now we got, this is a little more substance to this. Right? We got a lot of stuff in here. This is good. Yeah. Excellent. What are we coming by? Temperature-wise? That's really good. Nom nom. A single pea found its way into the bowl of chicken here. I'm actually going to put this in a container as well, just to kind of get it out of the way. Have it ready for when we need it. Go. There. So that should be good for a nice little batch of rice, I think. Gonna give the noodles in the colander a little stir here, just so they don't stick together as they cool. Yes, you can watch from afar. Don't get on the counter, please. Alright, good enough. Get down. These are not allowed on the counter. Thank you. There we go, getting some steam coming off it now. That's good. Yeah, we should be just about ready on this. Don't want it to be like boiling, we just want it to be, you know, pleasantly hot. Pleasantly hot. Oh, this would be nice. All I had yesterday was basically a submarine sandwich. And all I had for breakfast was another chunk of that submarine sandwich. It was a really big submarine. So it's what they call a lumberjack sandwich. I get them from the supermarket. It's basically just a massive, like, a crusty loaf. And then it's got a few different kinds of meat in there, and cheese, and lettuce, and tomato, and kind of like a sandwich spread kind of thing. Kind of like, or maybe it's just mayo. I don't know. Whatever it is, it's tasty. So you get those, and it's so big you can actually chop it into 4 pieces and have like a full, like, foot-long submarine sandwich, like 4 of them out of this one mega sandwich. Or would do what I did and cut it into 4, and then cut those 4 again, so you have like 8 smaller sandwiches. And that's what I did. So I just kind of nibbled on those over the course of the evening and the day, and Rosie had one today. She's not big on sandwiches, so she didn't really have much of it, but she had some. I think this is pretty much done. It's looking pretty good. I feel like I could use some more pepper. Let's put some more pepper in there. we go. Oh yeah. It's looking good. All right. Put our recycle over by, the recycle. All right, just gonna get some noodles here. What's going on over there? What are you doing? Food's ready, sweetie.
Looks yummy.
Mm-hmm.
About to go in my big fat tummy.
Yep.
Who's making it?
Yep. Please get out of my way. Thank you. There we go. So just bury it in the stuff, right? Put a little bit more. There we go. Meanwhile, the cats are driving Rosie crazy. Excellent. Alrighty. So in my case, I just have a spoon for these. Let's go eat, shall we? Bring you guys back over. We got one of you guys who watches these cookie streams. Ooh, that'd be something we could make, cookies. Cooking stream suggested it's like a chill and eat, or chill and chow. I don't know, chill and chow and chat, because we always have the obligatory let's stuff our faces segment. Whoop. After the cooking, right? Here. Okay. Be right back. go. Put the other light on so you guys can see a little better. Ta-da! Let's mix it all up. Oh yeah. Very nice. It's like every spoonful is a little different. Here, meanwhile, Duncan is doing some breakfast experimentation, apparently. Mm-hmm. 120 frames per second. Well, didn't you say also you actually like to turn some of the settings down, Blade? Because it helps you spot things more easily? Hence why you're often spotting things that are invisible to the rest of us. Like, oh, there's a guy in the grass over there. Where? All I see is grass. Mm. Chicken mushroom pie. Yeah, usually I have sliced mushrooms. I used to slice them myself, then I got lazy, and it's like, wait a minute, you can buy them pre-sliced. With spotting, yeah.
I had like 2 meals earlier and now I'm hungry again, lol.
I know those feels. Some days your body just needs more stuff. $190, wow. Far faster than the human eye can even discern. Yeah, mine on the PS4 runs at a pretty stable 60. Oh, you already started that, Michael. But yeah, I still need to watch that. I haven't seen it. I hear it's another one that's immensely satisfying from start to finish. Now that it's done, I can binge that. Hmm? Mm. Well, this is pretty damn good, I gotta say. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, for anyone on YouTube curious, several months from now, possibly as much as a year from now, my Fortnite update just finished. Yay! I'm sure this is very relevant to you in the future.
Well, yes, Neil Gaiman was involved with that. That version of the character um, first appeared in Sandman. In fact, the original comics were basically a Sandman spin-off. And that's one I need to watch. Actually, might be a good one to watch while waiting for more Sandman. There we go. Yes, he was. I remember that. Well, yeah, I'm well aware of that, Michael. Okay, let's avoid Sandman spoilers for people who haven't actually got that far in the story. Hmm. Yeah, all the Halloween candy's out now. Would be nice to be able to get some.
Ugh, I'm gonna.
Did you eat all of it?
Yeah.
Hmm?
Ugh.
Did you eat all of it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Good night. I'm gonna go crash.
Okay. Hmm. Well, if I want chocolate after, I did just get 3 boxes of Count Chocula.
What the fuck are you doing?
Cats are being cats. Yes, we know, David. They mentioned that ages ago. It was going to be set in Vice City. That is well known. Yeah, no kidding, eh? I have played most of them properly, up to 5 basically. If by properly you mean like the story and stuff. Hmm. A lot of people do, and I honestly feel that that's unfortunate because they're exceptionally well written, and often have really good stories. So I feel like people who just play for the cheats and rampant destruction, Duncan, are only cheating themselves out of an excellent, well-written story. Not to mention, you have to play the story to unlock all the areas. You don't get them all right off the bat. Unless, I guess, there's cheats to unlock those, but again, only cheating yourself. So for me, I would play the story and enjoy that. And then after, um, they already did that, Michael. It's out now. It was remakes of the basically the PS2 trilogy. I see. But wouldn't you rather unlock all of the areas? Because, I mean, without seeing them, you don't even know what's there. There could be things that you would love to unleash rampant destruction in those other areas. Well, yes, of course it is. It's each game was successively larger until they switched to the next generation, and they were smaller again, and then gradually got bigger as they progressed through, well, the two games that they did. A train, yeah. I mean, there's ways to do it, but usually when you do that, it's like instant 5 stars because you're not supposed to be there. Well, I recommend you play them properly someday there, Duncan. Oh, 1, 2, and 3. And 4. Gotcha. Well, I thought they did 3. I thought it was 3 Vice City and San Andreas that they did in the latest one. Or was it just Vice City and San Andreas? I thought they remade all 3 of them. I don't know if there's enough interest in the others, honestly. Because I mean, in the recent remake, all they basically had to do was, updated models and textures, but it was still basically the same game. But to do something like 1 and 2, and maybe the London assignment or whatever the hell it was, the London one, to do those, I mean, they're completely different games. They were just like top-down, bird's-eye view 2D games. So if they were going to do a full remake of those in modern spec, I would assume they would make them like the others, third person. But that sounds like a tremendous amount of work. So, oh yeah, that's that absolutely with Vice City. I listened to those radio stations all the freaking time. They were so good. It's just like, and the visuals as well. I mean, it's an 80s world just splashed with neon and the style of cars and the style of clothes and everything. It's so 80s. So I hope they retain that if they're setting the new one there. Well, that's what I'm saying, Michael. I literally just said that. Yeah, it's basically just a top down. I remember I played them when they first came out. My stepbrother had them, and I thought they were quite good. But I didn't really play them all the way through. The first one I played all the way through was the third one. And again, my stepbrother was like you, Duncan. He just went in and did like wanton destruction and mayhem, and then I played the story. So then I would just, got to a point where I just wanted to take a break, so I just mess around. And he was like, "Oh, where are you?" I said, "Oh, this is just another area." It's like, "I've never seen this before." I'm like, "Well, did you play the story?" He said, "No." I'm like, "Well, that's why you never saw it before." You have to play the story to unlock all the areas. Then you get the whole frickin' island to play on, not just one little area of it. So, so
Something about the lighting and colors. Yeah, it's like it's kind of like a desert area. Well, there's more to it than that, though. I mean, there's different areas. There's different areas in GTA San Andreas. I mean, that's one of the biggest, if not the biggest, ever out of all of them. So, hi, Crolatin, suck it up. You missed all of the Fortnite. I could have used you to help wrangle up some donos, because we got one from Smeghound, and that was it so far. It'd be really nice if we could get some more. We're not even close to where we should be right now. Finally downloading the update on your PC. Okay. Yeah, mine's all updated. Mine's done. It finished while we were cooking. So. Alright, I'm going to go for my smoke break. I'll see you guys shortly. No, Crolatin. I thought it was just, a little more professional to have an actual break time screen like all the other streamers seem to do. So enjoy it. I will be back shortly.